Welcome everyone, I'm Scott from Beyond the Fan, and today we're going to be covering the top 5 tips you need to know for the next VEVE drop to help improve your odds of success. So if you're in this video, thank you for joining me, and really what I'm going to give you here is 5 really quick tips that you could implement right now whilst you're waiting for tomorrow's drop that will help improve the odds of your success and fingers crossed help you get that drop that you're able to get. So I'm going to be very quick. So the first one we're covering is a really simple one. It is turn on airplane mode on your phone and then turn on the Wi-Fi. What this does, it allows you to connect to your Wi-Fi, assuming you've got a good internet connection, and it cuts down a lot of the background processes that will impede your speed, and this will really be helpful in drops coming up. My second tip, so tip number 2, is it's a really simple one. Just turn on Do Not Disturb on your phone. And there's nothing more irritating when you're trying to go for a drop to have background processes pop up, messages, emails, etc. Phone calls are the last thing you want to have happen right as you're about to hit that buy now button. So turn on Do Not Disturb and turn off all those background processes. And the next one's a bit of an unusual one. So within the actual VEVE app, if you go into your settings under your profile, you can actually clear any downloaded files, and that's just files that have been downloaded either because you've viewed collectibles or comics, or you have been in your vault and seen those collectibles in your vault. Regardless, if you clear those download files, it makes your app format a bit faster, and everything will be there. If you go back in, it'll just re-download it after the drop, no hassle at all. So that's my third tip there. My fourth tip is a bit more complicated for people who are not as tech savvy, but it involves basically a good half an hour before the drop is restart your router. So number 4, restart your router. What this will do is refresh everything, refresh all the packets, all the IP addresses, etc. Basically gives it a reboot, so it's a clean, ready to go for a drop. And my final tip, tip number 5, is a really simple one, and it's just to close down all the other apps you may have open on your phone. So number 5 is just make sure there's only the VEVE app open, and go through all the other apps, make sure they're closed down, nothing's running in the background, so you've got as much processing power dedicated to VEVE as possibly you can. So that's my 5 really simple tips. Just to recap, it is airplane mode on, Wi-Fi on, turn on Do Not Disturb, make sure you've cleaned out your downloaded files on the VEVE app, make sure you've restarted your router in advance for drop, a good half hour to make sure everyone's back online before a drop, and finally close down any of those background apps, and that will really help speed up your app, processing of the app, and when you click the buy now button you might notice it a little bit faster when it pops up with the results, whether you're successful or not. Obviously this is all dependent upon having a good internet connection. I would recommend running a speed test before you do any of this, just to see exactly what speed you have, and to test that speed test out around about a similar time as to when a drop's going to be. So for example, there's no drop today, if there's going to be a drop tomorrow at 4, test it around about 4 o'clock for example. I'm saying 4 because that's where it is in the UK. So that's my 5 quick tips. Hopefully you'll find them very helpful. Please let me know in the comments below how you got on with those tips. Tomorrow is the HARLEY QUIN drop, so for me I'm really hoping to get the uncommon. So let me know if those tips have helped you out or not, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed my content, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help out the channel, and it helps more people discover VEVE and this content. I'll thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.